actually pretty initially worried that the flashbacks were gonna take over. But like you said, it balanced out really well.
It was really
like
interesting.
it was like it never was filler. Like this movie was 2.5 hours, but that's fine. It's the ending of a trilogy, and it didn't feel like it when I watched it. It was really well paced. But when these flashbacks came and I saw them in the trailers and stuff like that, we knew there was gonna be flashbacks. This is about Rocket. This was Rocket's movie mainly, and I was really scared about that. But James Gunn just did like it felt like it's probably like realistically 5 minutes, but it felt like a minute in the movie. But I'd probably say 5 to 10 minutes per. I say 5 to 10 minutes per flashback.
No, I think a lot of them were like a minute or 2 minutes or 3 minutes. As I think they progressively got longer as you kept going on. But yes, they were just timed in a really good spot where it didn't feel like you were like it was like paced very well. Where like as soon as they finished a little battle in the present, they would cut to a little scene. Or
and
like,
usually in movies they'd go like 20 minutes in a background or a flashback.
They just kept going back. It was like a second movie within the movie and you were really interested too. And then to see like because you already knew what happened, like you clearly knew they were all gonna die and Rocket escaped, but you really just wanted to see what exactly happened. And then like we all know like. I noticed obviously that his face looked weird or whatever, but I just thought it was like he had a robot face.
Yeah, because he was.
I just thought he was just like a robot, and he put like strapped a face on there.
I just thought because he was trying to upgrade his brain.
Yeah, that's what I
like
thought.
That.
And then you find out. I'm sure like that's what everybody thought. And then you find out Rocket was the one who like ripped his face apart because he, you know what I mean,
killed his friends,
killed all his friends. Yeah. So that was like I said, that backstory was just awesome. The only thing I really didn't like was like we didn't get no. I wish we got some Groot backstory. I want to know like what he is like.
Yeah. That's fair. Yeah, we never in any of this.
Not like we've got backstory for everybody.
Yeah,
everybody
I think we got like a brief description of what planet he's from in the first one from Rocket talking about it, but that was it.
Did he? I don't remember.
It was like a brief talk.
Or
no, I think maybe in the lineup or something.
Thor says like, "Oh, I know we've read about his people," like because he could talk to him at first, and he's like, "Well, we read about these people when I was growing up." Or whatever. That's the only thing I remember. That would say the only thing I had really. I was like, because Groot was so awesome, and he is like a super OP character. I would like to know more about what he's got going.
That'd be interesting.
Because he's like an immortal plant that ages really fast and is super strong and can basically do anything you can imagine. So it's like, can we know a little bit about him?
What else I got here? You mentioned Drax earlier. I do agree. I really did enjoy how his story ended. Because it was a reminder. Like I think we forgot through the series, and it could have been unintentional, or maybe it wasn't. I think it was unintentional. James Gunn did bring it back because, like I said, he didn't have control for a bit because Drax was in Endgame and Infinity War, stuff like that, like popping up in other movies that James didn't have control over. So we know that Drax has been known as just like this funny guy, or like the butt of jokes. There we go, the butt of the joke.
Stupid guy.
Yeah, but we forgot that like the reason he kind of joined the Guardians was because Thanos and whatever's running. Thanos killed his parents, or not his parents.
Not Thanos, but under Thanos' orders.
Yeah, Thanos' army killed
one guy they beat in the first one.
His child and wife, and we forgot he was a father. And then it was cool to tie that back at the end. Like, and they're like, Drax, you're a father, and that's what he's always been chasing too, in a way. Like he missed having a family. He was very, even if you watch all the Guardians, like he's very family oriented with his group.
Felt good. Like everybody, like it looped back to when Peter was always like self-conscious about going back home.
Yeah.
Gamora never had a family that loved her.
Yeah.
So she had the Ravagers now, even though like Peter and them all wanted them back, but she had her little family.
Yeah.
Nebula was like a leader. She was always like a follower. Like so everybody got their little closing. Like I said, nothing really with group. Like Rocket, like it was always this thing like where he was like, I'm not a raccoon.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like,
we finally found out his backstory and you know what I mean, what he went through. So yeah, like it was awesome. They closed all the loopholes. The way it ended.